Morning, chat. Hello. Okay. Let's do things. Okay, we got noble armor to make. So we will need bronze cap. Not bronze cap. Well, that too, but what was it called? Waxy resin. We also have some OP upgrades, so just gonna get those. We'll need to talk to Arena Girl. Okay, just want to make time risen frozen. Did we get everything? Yeah, we did. Okay. Wait, what? No, it's just we're missing. Okay. Oh, I forgot mechanics here. He'll be important. And then we're also gonna need a code breaker. So. Basic decryption. Okay, and then power cells. Let's get that decryption computer. First though. And then we should be able to make noble. There we go. Yeah, this does take the effects of escape, so I might as well get it. Noble. Cool, yeah. Also I'm supposed to do lucky. Beautiful. Cool. Alright, yeah. Let's also get Loudner, because we can actually get that now. One of the most insane items. Where is it? I just saw it. Okay, there it is. Guess we'll just replace at this point. Thorium. I don't know though. Ah, fuck it. Let's just say fuck it. And then let's get decryption computer. If I can even type. There we go. Also FG of decay would have been nice. Beautiful. Alright then. Put that in there and decrypt this. Cool. That works. So I guess we can just wait around until we get it. Just kidding. We're gonna work on telecounter. In fact, should be able to just get it eventually. And might as well work towards it. In fact, we should be able to. Yeah. Sorry for your background audio. Can't do anything about it. We're also gonna need a GPS, which I saw it somewhere, but now I can't find it. Might as well get this. But we're gonna get a GPS, speed which, a telecounter. Do you even have a telecounter? No. Okay. Cool. Okay, we definitely don't have a telecounter. We'll just go to the catacombs, I guess. Guess this time, we need to get keys anyways, so. Alright, let's do it. Sure. Actually, we already have it. I'm done. Oh yeah, we already got. Okay. There's first gold key. Okay, we decrypted that semantic. Okay. Apparently we didn't have wind chest. Okay. What's happening up there? Holy shit. Alright, supposedly the dogs will stop barking for a little bit, so we're gonna unmute ourselves. Okay. No, we didn't even get Tower Counter. Fuck. Oh, whatever. Let's just get it. Alright, supposedly that should help us. If we can survive. You know, it probably would be better just to use our, you know what, fuck it. Just see if this is better. Nope, okay. Guess we're just gonna swing this. Ow, that hurt. we're back. Okay. Shit. Okay, we're good. Yippee! And I am dead. Is nice. Okay, well, whatever. Let's see if we got enough points. Let's get back to the point. God damn, I need 10,000. Shit. Okay, well, you know what? Let's do something to build a secondary. Because I am a silly Billy. Yeah. We need produce a new lash. That's a really silly item. In fact, no. Yeah, no. Here's what we'll do. We'll die. No, but what we're gonna do is just, I think it's actually 5. No, it's 4. Actually, let's just get secondary ranger. So we're gonna do bone zone as secondary probably. In fact, I wonder how this. Oh, never mind. We'll just do bone zone. In fact, yeah, we'll just do bone zone, and then we're gonna need bone pal. In fact, that's brittle bones. Yes, I will take that. So we can fire bone zone, and then let's get something to load up. So definitely use obsidian armor. That's like a guarantee. We'll use this for grinding probably. Oops. And we should probably get the light modifier on it and just say fuck it. In fact, this will probably do better, just because this will be used for grinding. It might be used later for whatever it's called. In fact, fuck it. Never mind. But yeah, we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna get summoner gear. Chili charger bread. Well, no, we can't get that actually. Let's see. Oh, pygmy necklace might be good for this. Astro enchantment needs to be missing. And then what else? Definitely wings. Harpy ring. Okay. In fact, there it is, but we need aerospec still. Skyline, whatever it's called. Okay, there we go. And then what else do we want as the final? I think we have another summoner thing, so presumably, yeah, there should be a summoner one. Guess we'll just go palm weight until I figure that out. In fact, no. We got mechanical school. So let's see if we can make it. Necromantic soul, sorry. We'll need soulstone. There we go. And we should be able to just make this spirit droplets, I meant. In fact, we should have enchantments we can get. But first, let's prioritize school. This is pretty good. I like this item personally. Also, harpy rings in the long slot. Okay, let's see. Cool damage, cool amount of summons. I'll take it. In fact, you may want to grab the summon count, but whatever. Spinal tap may be better. Never mind, I lied. I'll probably grab this, but for now, Rusty Beacon prototype. Or, in fact, Strange Skull for secondary. And Horned Staffs are insane, actually. If we have B-Wing. B enchantment, which we'll get. We'll just place this. Well, no, Houndy Studious is so much better. If we're gonna use that. Also, what's our current middle click? I don't think anything. Raw Discord, probably. So, okay. In fact, place that to space. What else is space right now? Literally nothing. Okay. You know what? No. We'll do this as my life. And then, even though that might affect other things. But for now, we'll just work that. But what we're gonna do is, okay. I honestly forgot, so we're, oh no, I do remember. Put that in middle slot. And then what we're gonna do is middle click is gonna be offhand. Cool. Also, let's get this up. And then let's get the armor. I don't know if it's better than Obsidian, but let's go ahead and test it. This is for sentries, but this is gonna be for summons. So right now we do 105. Right. Oh, but that's because we're in Bard. 135. 124. Okay, for sure. In fact, it's kind of a hard decision because this is gonna be used for grinding, but we're also gonna use it for combat, so I don't know. These look cool. But we're gonna get beat armor, probably. Cause this, I don't know. What's our current defense? So actually, it's better. So whatever. What else do we want? We should probably get first off this. Taking off that. Definitely these two things. So mainly this. So we can get dark steel or steel enchantment, doesn't matter. But what we're gonna get is Spirit Trapper enchantment. And I don't remember how to make it. That might be useful. Spirit Trapper, what are you missing? That. This one, of course, is gonna be easier to make. But we still need to get an interactive mirror. And we'll also need to fight a dark mage. And get an elfin gun. Alright, we got a lot to get. Okay. Well, that's great. Also, isn't this... Yeah, this is literally an upgrade. I don't know what I'm doing. So, I don't know. It's stackable, but I think I'm going to sacrifice something. So, we'll do palm wood. You know, that's probably worse. Whatever. In fact... I don't know. I guess we just do either, because it's kind of a wonky situation. I think what's better is probably definitely Tidehunter, just because we can do crits and such. I think. Let's check that. Is that a fact? Oh, you know. Should I say that was? Is that Astro? Yeah, it does. It is. In fact, this may be my most damaging loadout. Literally is. Okay. That's only if we can hit with the whip. Maybe. Also, we forgot to get B-Wings. Let's go ahead and get that. Also, we don't have shield, so that'd probably be better to get rid of Tidehunter. That's Tidehunter. Yeah. Let's get B enchantment. In fact, we should be able to just make it right now. Yeah, exactly. And then let's just do B enchantment for everything else. I think it is better overall. So this needs to be lucky. And this needs to be what? Menacing. Okay, cool. Beautiful. This also, don't forget BE wand. In fact, what the fuck? I don't think this stacks with ring, so I guess never mind. I might use it. But I'm fine with using boots as well. Movement speed is nice to have. In fact, I think I know why. Except it doesn't give wing time, but whatever. We're gonna actually just do this. Okay. And then, what's it called? First off, didn't get that. Do we even open her bag? We did. Okay. But we need... You know what? Probably been better to use fire here. Cool. But, boots. Terra Spark. In fact, I think Terra Spark is the only thing we can get, right? Yeah. So far. Okay. Well. We gotta do massing on one of them. not Bard. Lucky on 1, which will be Bard. And then we're gonna do missing down. Right. Let's show up with wing time. I think. No, definitely. Okay, good enough. No, but we still have very low fight time, honestly. Yikes. That's terrible fight time, in fact. This may be where I have to start stack Harpy Ring if I'm gonna use it. In fact, it may be better just to get whatever it's called, Aerospec Wings, and then stack it with this Hive Pack. We'll have to see. But I'm gonna work with it. In fact, what we will do, just for more fight time or something like that, we'll just grab Harpy Rings, pair it with the current thing. In fact, I don't think it does anything. No. Fucking. In fact, no. We'll get Harpy Enchantment, or what it's called. That works. Harpy Enchantment should work. I think it's called Harpy. What is it called? The one that requires feathers. Flight. That's right. It's literally just called Flight. This will increase our wing time. But I just realized we need to kill Buried Champion, so let's just do that now. Might as well. But first, let's verify summoning. I want to see if there's armor for Summoner. That is Summoner. In fact, let's grab this real quick. I think we will need to kill Buried Champion or one of the future bosses for this, but definitely. Yeah, okay. Cringe. What about Granite? Definitely. In fact, that may be Bard armor. And I want to see... This, presumably, is better than our current Bard gear. 68. 67. Never mind. We're still gonna need champion wings, blah blah blah. So let's just get done. In fact, we need to build out our area. So for now, we're gonna grab unsafe marble walls. Okay, and then marble. We're gonna need 2 of them. And let's go ahead and equip this. In fact, I may just get rid of shield. In fact, yeah, I think that's the best option right now. I think we'll take the risk. Might as well. I mean, I don't know if that actually increased my fight time. Let's check. I don't know. Oh, hey John Peter, I'm so sorry. But hi John Peter, sorry, I wasn't paying attention to chat. I'm still waking up. I'm so sorry. But hi John Peter. Hey Moof. You're probably saying some inappropriate shit, so I'm not gonna react to. Whoever else is in chat. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. That's my bad. I'm sorry. Also, we need get a shield charge and charge for whatever its name. Whatever. Not charge and charge, Terra Spark. And we might as well get B-Wings at that point. Which I think we're doing pylon build. Welcome to stream. Wasn't paying attention, my bad. Next page, for how much do you bench? We just don't talk about that. I don't bench at all. In fact, I'm not a bencher. I don't really work out. I just walk. That's all I do. So, yikes. I don't skip leg day. Let's just say that much. Sorry I missed your chat earlier, by the way. So what's the deal with this? It says I can only spawn this in hard mode. Yeah, it's... Wait. So it says you have to be in hard mode. Yeah, Just so snow bunny. Okay, well. Cool that we can just farm this, I guess. Sure, why not? So that allows us to actually get power gloves, so that's cool. In fact, did I put my stream in Discord? Yes, okay, cool. Sorry, I apologize, I wasn't paying attention though. Okay. Power glove. This needs to be violent. Might as well just make it violent. And then this is a funny item. So we're gonna be able to do that now. And then I also... I didn't really want to do this, but I think we're gonna have to. So that's full, that's full. This is full. Okay, we just need to wait for this. Cool. Alright. Let's figure out what we're doing next. We'll definitely get tally counter. That's sure a obvious one. As soon as our thing charges up, speaking of which, let's switch to healer. Summoner. Let's go ahead and head over to the dungeon. I may just... Well, never mind. I was gonna say I may... Sorry for not responding to chat earlier, by the way, if you're still here. That was me just not focusing and paying attention. God damn it. Also, we need to get a summon that has piercing or something. Otherwise, we're gonna get killed very easily. So we're gonna grab this instead of Houndioshootius, and then what else? Probably summons like these. Oh, when did we get strongest link? Well, we have it now. No, we have both. Okay, well, never mind. We'll get that for prior the summoner loadout. In fact, this would probably be better for tower control. And then what does this do? I think I will actually use that if we have a positive amount of summons. We do. Okay, so I think for now we replace it with that. And then let's get... Yeah, let's just do that. And then let's go ahead and turn up spawn rates. This would be a good room to do it. Here comes the enemies. So let's just stand here and do it. We're basically just gonna need tally counter. I might as well get bone wand while I'm here. But I'm getting tired of this shit. Rip and tear. Nice, Nazar. You know what? We'll just let another one spawn, like that one. Bone wand, also mirrors here, so hold on. Important that we kill hey Minotaur. Thanks, Minotaur. First off, I think the no-hit Figgy is on, and it does work for this, so let's not take risks. Could we... Hey, Devin, buddy. Despawn everyone. Just research whatever we got. Big suck, and I think we'll be using Bard for this, so... okay, let's be quick. Okay, he's right here. This guy may die. Key, where are you? Oh, whatever. I need a gold key. Where's the boy? Okay. Done. That was easy. Okay. If we don't have tally counter, we should be able to just buy it now. So get rid of this. Head back. Beautiful. That should allow us to make a wreck. Cool. Also, we might as well get Necro enchantment. That's a good one. PDA. We just need to take a painter into a graveyard. That's all we need to do. But we have this now, so that's cool. We can get rid of that. Beautiful. Alright, time to get our things. Just want to make sure all that's off. Okay, I don't even remember what we're supposed to get. Oh, a painting in the graveyard. Also, elemental assembler would be nice right now. I think we will get that after we get the tombstone. After we get the painting. Except I do not want to be in the crimson when doing this. In fact, we may just leave this gravestone biome here just for the hard mode. Because we're going to need to buy a quad barrel. In fact, no, it should be available now. I don't think it's hard mode extension. It's post Skeletron. So we'll need an arms dealer. I think. Yeah, literally. Okay, cool. And let's just grab a grave buster because it's easier. We don't have one. Okay, we can easily craft them before we forget. Also, I realized we had whatever it's called. Oh, this will be important. Wait, what music is this from my music? Oh, that's when you kill the boss. That's right. Okay. Forgot about that. Okay, hold on these. Alright, Necro enchantment, let's see. Beautiful. Cool. In fact, I may get rid of Ranger for Summoner. Whatever. In fact, no, that's probably a better idea. In fact, I just got rid of the wrong item. We're just gonna do that. Although it may be very risky, but it's probably our second most damaging class, so. No, that's correct. It's this that needs to be mouse 3, button 3, whatever. And this needs to be button 2, so there we go. It may be weird because it could mess up audio, but whatever. Thanks to LPL or something, but who cares? Let's move this probably right here. Move that right there. Alright, we got... Who do we even have? I don't remember. Excuse me, Mr. Ghost. We got... Right, we gotta prepare. But first... We said we get shelf phone, we get the painting, and then we have... What else? We had something we needed to get. Just don't remember what it was. Oh, whatever. Also, this might be better overall just because it's basically a better targeting item, but whatever. In fact, no, we'll use that as secondary. Rod of Locking is pretty good. And then... oh, we actually may need this in the future. This I'm not too worried about. This is actually really good. I do like this for single target. But I don't know if I'm going to use it. Just because bees are better. But, whatever. But do we have anything else we think we should get before we just start fighting this boss? I don't know. Also, I may get scrap guitar. Just for secondary. It's very tempting to do. Actually, yeah, we will. Just because Granite Energy Storm does require crowd control. So, we will get scrap guitar. It's better than what we currently have for crowd control, kind of. But this is definitely will be better for crowd control. So we're gonna have to update the loadout keybinds. So this needs to be 3 now. They basically all need to go up by 1. Except this one. That will be 4. Yeah, cool. In fact, we need reforges. And there's a slime rain event. Great. Just want to make sure all these are correct. This isn't. In fact, this would be better with mythical. These are correct because they can't actually get reforges. Make sure everything's lucky. Violent. Cool. And then this needs to be menacing. And beautiful. In fact, do we have our light modifier on these? Yes. Alright. In fact, I may just do a alternative loadout just so we can use secondaries. In fact, no, there's a better option for tagging enemies. Well, not tagging enemies, longer range. This. I don't think this takes rarity. Like, whatever it's called. Prefixes. We can test that, but I don't think it's supposed to take prefixes. What's it even called? I'm not even gonna attempt to say that because I'm gonna mess it up. Yeah, we can't record shot. Figure as much. But this is pretty good for debuff damage and just damage overall. It's basically a lunatic eye. Except if it was pretty hardcore. So just to make sure we don't inflict any extra debuffs, that is fire or poison. I think the bees inflict poison. So definitely good call for fire. Cool. I wish there was like loadout flasks at this point instead of doing alternative characters, but I don't think that's going to be possible. So that'd been really hard to code, honestly. Just want to make sure everything is clear here. High five we don't need. Horn staff is good. That's about it. Cool. Alright, let's get those save busters and clear our area. In fact, we probably don't need this. Whatever. We'll just go right here. Right in this general area. Okay. In fact, no, we actually can't do that now. Because there's a spider biome. And I need that, so. Guess we're going down here. Close to the lava layer. In fact, that's set up improperly. This seems like a good spot. In fact, I may get a mining loadout. But, you know, it's fine. Okay, we want to turn off ambience and sound. Just because this is very loud. For some viewers. And I don't want to be rude, so. Fuck it. Just make a mega arena. We'll need it for whatever his face is. Funny worm in the hard mode post MelonThaLord area. Element of nature, whatever. Champion. But yeah, we might as well just maximize it at this point. And there's a mushroom biome. We need that for crab. Of course, we're not gonna no-hit crab because let's just say we're bronze tier. So we're just gonna say fuck it for that. We'll use Ashwood for the arena, probably. In fact, what we should probably do is relog. So first, we're gonna need a bed. Boom. In fact, if we're gonna get a pylon. It's probably better if I do that. In fact, we're gonna probably go with one of these, but instead, cavern. Let's relog so we can quicken the water supply. I guess is a good term. I don't know. Poison the water supply, whatever. Let's get our 2 summons out. 1, 2. Also, I just realized something important. We're gonna need to recharge all the bars. Fuck. Whatever. We shouldn't need to place any more save busters, so it should be fine. But I guess we'll have to recharge everything. Is that a gold worm? No, that's regular. First one charged. Melee. Okay, let's just do this. In fact, no, that's wrong. This. And now we slowly build this arena that is actually annoying to make. Switch to healer. That should be the last. Charge and charge, I think. Because we charged 1, 2, 3, which should have been it. Cool. And there wasn't many pimples of dirt. Cool. I might want to actually... Yeah, I think we'll do that. Cool. And then we will be placing platforms because they're almost a requirement, but technically we don't actually need to for this boss fight because they are easy to avoid and just easy to kill in general. Except champion, fallen champion. That one's a bit more painful to kill because, you know, he likes to just stall us by being mean and just not changing form even on time because his attack has to finish first, which makes sense, I guess. Truth be told, it doesn't make sense, but sure, why not? I'll just let it go. 45. In fact, we just did it at the wrong number. Inside the wall. We're only gonna do 45 loadouts. 45 at walls. And then a catwalk. Because catwalks are cool. Okay. We will need to place those walls. We'll place that spawn point instead, because usually I would put them in the corner, but I don't think it's gonna be smart for this. In fact, we're gonna make them bigger than usual, because I don't want to take the risk. 1, 2, 3, 4. In fact, I think that's 5 long. Yeah. We can get rid of this. Set spawn. Done. Okay. Well, let's start with Marble Champion, because he's the most annoying. In fact, we don't even have summon. B1. We'll need this. In fact, do we have everything? Yeah. We will need whatever these are. Dracula Fangs. Sure, technically weapons, but whatever. We will need smooth marble and granite for both. In fact, we already have that. Okay. Ancient Blade and Unsealed Core. I spelled that wrong already. And I cannot spell ancient. Okay, no, I just suck. Ancient Blade, Unstable Core. We're gonna start with Fallen Champion. And also we need to turn on no hits. Beautiful. Yeah, I think we'll just do Summoner for this, just so we can focus on dodging. So let's do it. Alright. Come on, buddy. Don't worry about the stack, honestly. Oh my god, really? Alright, we're gonna finish him off with the Drowning because it's the worst phase to be in. Alright, that was easy, honestly. As expected. Unstable Core, I've done a full-on explanation on it, but it's actually now outdated because let's just say they updated the AI, so in fact that would have been a good time to label it outdated after we review our shit. But yeah, it's outdated because issues. Also, my heart rate's already going really high, so we're gonna take a munchie, which is right in front of us, which is our breakfast. So I think it was just Buried Champion. Unless that's from another boss. Whatever. Alright, we're gonna go meet for a little bit and eat our munchies. So, be right back. You know what? I'm just gonna wait on eating, even though it's probably a bad idea. Okay, so the plan is simple. This does have more flight time, I think. Flight time is 0.42. It barely. Never mind. I guess we're not using it. Eggs. That's not worth getting rid of. But what is worth getting is this, because this increases our flight time by significantly. So we already did the wrong modifier, but whatever. Just do that. And then we're gonna do violent. Yes, this will affect. This should affect our current wing time. Our current wings, I hope. Like, it'll say 42. In fact, it won't. It'll just go straight to the point. In fact, no, we're gonna have to stack Terrace Park with it if we want to do it, but instead, let's just do this. In fact, I wonder if Fallen Champion Wings are better, is equivalent to Aerospec. If it is, we'll use it. So what's our flight time indicator? I think it might be. In fact. 2 seconds. So we're definitely game ready to be. Let's check Skyline. In fact, what we can do is just this. But let's check Skyline, so... It's better by a little bit. Yeah, I think it is better to use this just for... Because we were struggling with flight time already. It's not like it was a huge issue, but we are struggling with it, so... I'm not taking no risk. Also, these are all lucky. Yeah, cool. And then make this violent. God damn me. That is not what I meant to do. I thought I switched loadouts. Forgot. That's not the case. Because we switched keybinds. Menacing, violent, lucky. Cool. Also, we totally forgot about this. We could have just used Enemy Studios. In fact, I may want to get my summon UI. Because I think we have 3 in this one. In fact, we have 4. Cool. That would have been helpful. Right, Grant Entry Storm. Let's just get straight to it. Good thing we have insane flight time now. So that's nice. In fact, I'm dumb. That could have been a lot worse. This is known for bullet spam, I think. I don't know. I'd like to get close, I said. Apparently not. I don't get to. Attempt 2, here we go. In fact, if we're not going to use B-Wings, we're actually... Hold on. I actually want to check something. Current flight time, 267. Okay, yeah. Wow, okay. So we're not using Bs. Good to know. What do we want to use? Probably... Is this? No. That... I'm not using that. But probably just use Valve Feeder. In fact, yeah. Actually, Flesh and Delphi is pretty good. I like this item, personally. It's either Flesh of a Delphi or Valve Feeder. In fact, no, we're just gonna do Valve Feeder. It's kind of hard to utilize these guys. Let's do it. Alright, come on. So we're just gonna put some debuffs. Oh my god, that's harsh. Harsh start. Whatever. In fact, I think we had to use Bard here. We're gonna try to use Bard. I mean, we still would, so might as well. In fact, that's good that you actually don't... They don't get hit until whatever. I'll explain later. Actually, let me know that mines are there. In fact, you know what? Come, buddy. Alright. Oh, shit. Oh no, he's just fucking shit. Okay, whatever. He's gonna start getting predictive soon. Do this. Okay, can you do your thing, dude? Oh my god, you're fast. Holy shit. Hey, I'm gonna need you to... This is idiotic, actually. You know what? We may not have the firepower for this. I think we have to use this. Okay, we're gonna use switch class for sure. In fact, rogue may be the thing we do. In fact, yeah, that's the thing we're gonna do. We'll just use this for grinding. Like this will be the only reason we use it. So we're gonna put this at loadout 7. So here's what we're gonna do. This will be number 7. Rogue will be probably number 7. Load out. Yeah, I think we have to. There shouldn't be any other class, in fact. So, supposedly this is correct. Yeah, cool. Let's not die. So we'll definitely be using bronze gear. Bronze is pretty insane. In fact, I think it's only... No, it is better to utilize this because of that lightning strike. Lightning strike's insane. And then what else? Probably use these, but whatever. We'll just grab tracking this as secondary. In fact, we're not gonna use a hammer anytime soon, so might as well. We should probably just look at what we have access. You know what? That marble enchantment may be available, so we can replace it with something else or something like that. Oh well, we'll just grab coin, and then we're gonna need mirror. And then we're also gonna need the shields. Oh, we already have it. Cool. So let's start with coin. Coin of Descent. Silent build. And then we're gonna need... Let's just get basic necessities. Starting off. And then... What's this? Shield. Charging shield. We'll get mirror as secondary. In fact, there's probably enchantment for this, but fuck it. Let's just get the mirror. It'll probably be a lot more beneficial if we just got the mirror. And that should be helpful. In fact, what we're gonna actually replace this with is the rogue skyline thing. In fact, that travels through walls, so that might be insane for this boss. They both travel through walls, mind you, but also homing. We can get homing right now. So that we will get rid of coin descent for that. In fact, mirror. But yeah, we have a homing item, so might as well take advantage of it. But yeah, we'll just get rid of that. Let's do it. In fact, now would be a good time to use tracking this. Is it me or is that a fuck ton of health? This feels like a lot. In fact, no, it is a lot. That's 7,000. Or I'm just not doing damage. Oh my god, this feels terrible. No, he has a ton of fucking health. What the fuck? Myself actually feels slow. We're gonna have to aim anyways, so. No, he's definitely has a ton of health. We're just gonna have to work with it, I guess. Now would be a good time. He just despawned. Okay. This may be a little more unfair than I thought it would be. Alright, let's just calm down here. First off, unfortunately mirror will be better right now, so. In fact, no, just get rid of that. We're not using this. This is actually where I will replace this with actually coin descent or something like that, something else. So we'll do that. Because I don't need tracking right now, so that's the only thing. They're going for walls to the point where I can't. So we're just gonna do this. In fact, I realize why myself is so slow. It's because we're moving. But yeah, he has... Oh my god, I just realized. You have 71k. That's probably why he has so much health. Is he enraging? That's not a thing, right? I think he's enraging, and that's what's happening. So, whatever. I think he's just enraging. Something like that, I don't know. looks like we're fighting him in rage, and we're gonna. This is last time before we get funny rogue thing, whatever it's called. No stealth nullification. In fact, this is where no. We're gonna need to also stay close to him so we can get this one. This is terrible. It might be just be that armor, by the way. Hey, we're gonna give one more attempt with different armor. It could just be armor underpowerment. That could be the issue. Can you smarter? Nah. Yeah, we're gonna switch armor. See if it's just armor issue. I don't know why, but I have a feeling it is. So we're gonna go with aerospec armor. For now. Because I can't think of a better reason. If not, we'll just install the mod. Might be easier just to do that. We need to install 2 mods, in fact. So before we forget anything, just because we might, knowing my ADHD, let's get not that. This, and then there was another thing we wanted to get. I don't remember. Whatever. Right, we're gonna need light. But yeah, it's probably is me just being underpowered. You know what? We may be doing significantly better damage. I don't know. But I definitely feel a lot more faster on soul strikes, so that's for sure. Dude, I don't know what he's doing. What doing? He definitely is taking a less damage. Whatever. But yeah, it definitely feels worse to fight him. Also, we got a cool mod that will be updated that we're gonna check out like later when it updates, like randomly. So don't expect, like we're gonna probably like this playthrough is gonna be paused once it comes out, so we can get that. Basically, we're just gonna fight a boss. Well, actually, no, we aren't. We're gonna do a full-on playthrough, but still. I think we're just gonna get the mod bosses. Is the main thing we're gonna get, and this will be basically vanilla. Also, we already spent 1 minute. Let's restart the game. It's a good time to just restart. Also, there's something I wanted to add. First off, probably music display, because that's... I think we actually already have that, but whatever. And ambience, might as well add that. That's a fun one. Probably do realistic side, but whatever. I don't think there's anything else we really want. Okay. I think we're ready. We'll probably remember the mod later. When that happens, I think I'll just install it and leave it in the mod list, and we'll restart the game later. Until then. In fact, I think I remember it now, but whatever. This might be where I install Climate Hold on. Actually, before I do something like that, I just saw something important. No, I'm just dumb. Okay. In fact, we're gonna use the restroom. We'll be right back. I need to use it anyways, so. Get rid of unlimited bar energy. That will not be needed. But we'll... Oh, that's what we wanted to do. I actually remember now. Auto trash. Same cell slot. Cool. Alright, we'll be right back. Oh, we're back. Hello. Sorry that took so long. I gotta check in with someone. I'll be right back. Well, I won't be right back, but I'm just gonna DM someone in Discord. Where is it? Okay. Alright. Back to it. Why is my basic music playing? Texture packs. And I I really like Penny's music. In fact, Anti-Birthday is one of my favorite musics. But yeah, it's a Richest pack we're using. Sorry about that. We had to type sending to a old friend. So, all right, let's do this. We got Grand Energy Storm. So, that's right. Okay, let's turn off spawn rates. Excuse me, buddy. Okay. All right, let's sit. In fact, we need to do this. Okay. No hits, remember. I should really be saving my charge, honestly. In fact, this would be a good time. No one. I can't fucking aim with this. Like, he just keeps running away. Okay, now's my time. Let's go ahead and just do this. Beautiful aim. That was terrible. And I actually dashed the wrong way, so that could have been a lot worse. In fact, this is one of the bosses we may come back to just because of how difficult this is. But I don't think we get a choice, so... We may just do no flawless, but whatever. That could have been horrible. Oh, yikes. That was honestly terrible. Okay, we're probably gonna need to rethink our loadout at this point. Unless there's a way I can just shimmer, whatever it's called, if it transmutes, I don't know. But chances are we're probably gonna have to just not no-hit this. Because this is actually gonna be a painful one, considering how long the endurance test. I mean, it's totally possible, but unless there's a way I can just shimmer this, which I cannot. Yikes. Okay, we'll have to figure it out. In fact, no, never mind. God, this is terrible. I don't know why his health so... Like, it's probably because... What's probably the issue is because we are dumb and we are not finding him in the granite. So we're gonna go to granite locator, see if that's the issue. I really hope that's not the issue, because that would actually suck. So there's one over there. I don't know. I mean, either he has way too much health. Like, let's look at the difference, in fact. As soon as we get the other rogue item. But I'm curious how big of a difference it is. So we're gonna grab this. Doesn't work with homing. But like, if we look at the marble champion, he has like significantly less health. Or he just takes so much more damage or something like that. Like, yeah, look at that health, 17,000. Granite has a lot more, and I don't know why. It could be because... No, he just has a significant amount, and I don't understand. So I think instead of doing endurance test at this point, because I don't really want to, we're just gonna not do no hits to this. Just for this boss particular. And probably mutant and a few other things, but this is actually, like, absurd how much health he has. So, unless we just, like, get rid of the rework. Which we can do that too, but... I can't aim. We could also just remove the rework, I guess. I don't know. This has 86 armor penetration, so perhaps we just spam this. Oh no. We're just... Okay. We may just have to get rid of the Grand Energy Storm. Which I think we have to. I just want to make sure. In fact, you know what would have been a better idea? This. Like, if we're gonna apply the rework, we might as well just do it Eternity exclusive. Even though that may actually affect things in the near future. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay. Alright, let's do this. Alright, that's it. Alright. So it's Eternity exclusive now. Also, we need to update the capture for this. So, just game capture, whatever it's called, streaming. Okay. Oops. Yeah. In fact, there's an image. Let's turn this off. Just switch the bar for a little bit. Yeah, let's just do this. In fact, what's Inferno look like? Whatever. Oh, does it? Why is the rework still on? Oh, because Eternity's still on. Hold on. Oh, right. I'm dumb. Let's let him kill me, in fact. Before we do that, though, good music, though. Cool. Oh, it's just gonna despawn. Great. Okay, nurse. Yeah. So we need to turn Eternity off. It's yeah. We'll just have to do regular rework, I guess. No way, it's still doing it. No, it isn't. Okay. That should help. Okay. Honestly, let's just focus here. He's still barely taking damage, which is nice. I guess I'll take it. What's he doing? Oh, right, the dash. Okay. In fact, he should be rebuilding. Can I aim for my life? There we go. That's manageable. Alright, unfortunately we had to do that in a crappier mode, but for better, you know, in general we had to do it. Also, we could probably do Summoner again since we realized it wasn't a Summoner issue. Cool. But yeah, their health is way too high, honestly. It's not okay. That was way too high of health. Alright, let's do it. Granite, Energy Storm. Cool. Fortunately, we're gonna have to eat for a little bit, so we'll be right back. We have returned. Here we are. Okay, well. That sucked. 1, 2. That could have been terrible. Works for me. No way that kills me. I didn't realize I can even kill you. Fuck. Okay, whatever. 1, 2. Let's do it again. Come on. I dashed. I literally dashed. Whatever. I think I hit it. Okay. Yeah, we did. I don't know. Actually, yeah, we did. God. That was not the most fun boss fight, but whatever. Oh, whatever. Let's pop in VC real quick. I just want to do something. Just want to allow people to talk to me. Yeah, we did. Okay, cool. Okay, well. Slime God has been defeated, I guess. I think I... Never mind, I didn't actually save the clip. Hold on. Slime God. There we go. Also, we need to update the display capture to pick up Discord. Audio capture, whatever. Okay, maybe that works. No, it doesn't. Okay, hold on. Hold up, chat. Oh, because I haven't pulled up Discord. Okay. That should work. I think, let me just double check. the score gets picked up. Okay, it does. Cool. Alright. Whatever. Also, let's get crab done while I'm here. I really need to get crab. Okay. In fact, we can just fight him here. First, though. Oh, right. That's correct. Why is stream lagging? It's probably just catching up, I hope. Whatever. Let's fix it. Okay. In fact, I think we can just find right here. It's not like we're doing no hits, so this should be easy to do this. Oh, I had no hit on. The fuck? Wait, what? Oh, I only. Beam, 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 beam. I guess I didn't have no hits. In fact, summoner may be better for this just because damage or something like that. I don't know. We'll have to see. Oh, and also this. That's important. I could be wrong though. What are you doing? That's weird. Whatever. This needs recharge. Alright, let's get that plasma root, and we already got this. So we just need this also. I think we already bought that, yeah. Get that, whatever. Shield's been regenerated, this one hasn't. What? Oh, right, okay. Star Scouter. We're gonna need meteorite spawn. So let's get that. Also, hold on. Do we not have... I thought we got meteorite ore. Whatever. Oh, I know why I didn't get the ore actually. Because we transported to train mode. Also, we need to fucking do something. Control plus. Okay. Move the fucking Discord voice thing. In fact, we'll just put it right here. There. Done. Hello? Okay, there. That should fix it. And then get the fuck out of here, Ring. Jesus Christ. Do we not have rain every 6 seconds? Anyways. Also, we're gonna do something real quick. Yeah, and then this will be... No. Right. Now, this needs to be number 4. Okay. Because what we're gonna do is just switch out this. Do you mean so we can remember to spam this? And honestly, it's easier if I do that. So, we can get Jelly Charger Battery, I think. Unless we didn't give it to Jelly. Seems we didn't. Yeah. Okay, well. There's the easy way to it. Thankfully, since we built this arena. In fact, I don't think we have... Oh, we do. Okay. Let's say, I don't think we have Thor anymore. But we do. Oh, also, while I'm here, let's actually do something real quick. First off, hey clam, I see ya. I need spiders to spawn. Not the constructs. In fact, this is gonna be really annoying. Like, cause they're gonna be spammed. Whatever. I would like to kill these spiders, but whatever. We're gonna have to find another way. And we got what totally. Nice. Hey, can we not? Okay, anyways. Fuck it, just go. Nice one. I just want to get that done. Okay, anyways. Jelly charge battery. Boom. Cool. And then we also need to kill spiders. Because we're arachnophobiast. I don't know. But no, we need to kill them because... issues. We can get rid of this, honestly. In fact, let's just get rid of it on Hollow at this point. We don't need this much fight time. But, we need to get Spider Egg, and probably the sap. So, we need to do that, both those. Should be right here. Do we have both of them out? We do. Okay. Here we are. Alright, let's turn spawn rates so we can get these spiders. Place 2. Actually, would be a good time for crowd control. So we're gonna get Rusty Beacon prototype. 4 of them is insane, so might as well. So we get that spider egg. Okay, we're done. In fact, I kind of just want to do this. In fact, we need to stand right here and do it. Oh, I'm gonna go right here and just place a bunch of sentries. No, this one. Oh, mimic, thanks. And okay. Could I unfreeze, please? Okay. Reduce high. The main thing I wanted to do was just farm shit, but whatever. In fact, fuck it. That'll be good enough. Alright. Grab handy shootius. Do this, I guess. And then hit back. Also, turn their no hits. Alright. We got the infested egg. Let's see if we can make amber, I guess. Might as well try. Oh, what is it called? Well, I know the thing that goes upgrade. Okay. How are we? Okay. I know how to get that, unfortunately. It's gonna be, might be a little painful. Honestly, we have Shellfin. Just do this. In fact, we'll just keep it in. And I went the wrong way. That's bright. That's really bright. I get it. It's bright. Also, yeah, I just want to make sure we didn't have any other extras. And we didn't get living leaves. Which might be a little helpful, but... Thought we had hammer. Oh, this is actually saying we need. Which area I forgot to get. So, that's cool that's here. Thanks for slamming me straight into the head. Well, attempted to. So one of these trees should, okay, whatever. Well, alright. One of these trees, those bushes I've been killing, should have an item we need, but it's hard to get because it's a yellow egg type thing inside. It doesn't matter. We don't have enough. We need 10, I think. 5, no, 5. Yeah. Okay, well, we're done here. Might as well suck this up. In fact, one of these you should be able to just shimmer it. In fact, is this by any construct? No, it has to be from another world. Okay, well we have it, so. What did I just get? Oh, cool. That actually might be really helpful. Whatever. Well, we just killed them. And there's sap. Okay, it can also spawn there. So that's nice. Well, we can get prehistoric amber, I guess. Is this arachnid, whatever. This is kind of good, but at the same time, I don't know if I'm willing to get rid of my dash. So, whatever. Let's get the star color. In fact, no, that isn't. Star color. Oh, we might want to make other enchantments, so, but whatever. In fact, let's just get rid of Honeyfin. Especially when they're no hitting, so. Let's. Yeah. Let's place a bet up here. And then we'll just repeatedly come back up and down, so. That's what we'll do. Let's do it. I think this needs to happen at night. No, but I think it's better to fight it at night, so we're gonna fight it at night. Okay. Let's do it. Oh my god, he's quick. He's athletic. Got sniped hard. Jesus. Okay. Attempt 2, I guess. Come on, attach to it, please. Oh my god, really? Jeez. Bullshit. Okay, bad time to run out of dash, I guess. Good to know. We may do Bard for this. In fact, healer would probably have been a good time, but whatever. In fact, you know what? He is hella quick like that, yeah. No. No. He is really quick. But we're gonna switch to healer for a little bit. In fact, I don't know if that's actually worth it. Yeah, whatever. Dry mouth actually may shine here. No, I meant Wind Reaver. That's probably way better. Get Wind Reaver. In fact, we can reforge this. Too risky. And then also, we need to set up the proper loadout. Yeah, we'll do that. Just switch this, because right now this is not gonna main as well. I want to say this is probably the best loadout. So. I mean, there's probably definitely better options, but most of them are used for healing, so... we're just gonna go with... At this point, just stack coins. Which may be a better option, honestly. We'll have to see. I don't think we even have a healer item. That's valuable. We have armor, we have accessories... We'll just do this, in fact. No. Yeah. I think I'll just switch up some damage. And then let's go ahead and get definitely a flight enchantment. If I can find it. And then there we go. Place that with Harpy Ring. Can't think of any other reason to not do this, so. Here we go. Actually, there was a reason, but whatever. We're lacking secondary weapon. I don't care as much. You know it. Shy bitch. Not today. Let's go ahead and take advantage of this and get sniped instantly. Nice. Alright, this is a good time to get our weapon. What do we even want? You know what? I don't really know. Light limit is pretty good, but yeah. I guess we just go with this for now. Pretty good item after all. And I fucked up. Okay, we're gonna try setting as well. This might be an issue. Yeah, this is definitely gonna be an issue, boss. In fact, fuck it, just bite the bullet. It's just maybe way better. Like overall. I'm gonna have to bite the bullet, yeah. I'm dumb. Okay. In fact, this may be better going down, honestly. Yeah, that's definitely some predictive bullet shit. Okay, so if it's gonna be predictive like that, we're gonna have to get bundle balloons. That throws off the prediction so much, so it also allows another slot. So cool. In fact, no, we don't need another slot. Cool. It's a good time for Let's go and practice now, I guess. That would probably be a good time to practice. Fuck you. In fact, no, there's a better summon for this. There has to be, right? Also congealed dual whip is probably way, no, right. But there's got to be some sort of weapon I can use. I have night whip actually been fantastic right now, and you know the other thing. Actually, yeah, we'll get that instead. The herring staff, or whatever it's called. In fact, it seems we already have it. No, we just got it. Get rid of this for sure. And then head back. 1, 2. Silent Wings or Spear. And then, I hate to say this, but I think the other Sagel armor may be just better for this. Just because, Sagel. In fact, we need to just make Stack Refinery. Probably put the healer loadout too with Sagel, because I think it is better. And probably the Radiant one, but whatever. We'll just start with the healer and the summoner. Is this, that's Planic, so we don't want that. We want healer. This is summoner. It's off by 1 damage, but it's definitely more summons, so whatever. In fact, you know what? We're gonna take the risk and just say counter scarf, which may be better. And we are lagging. Great. Fantastic. Thanks, stream. Whatever. Fuck. Attempt 10. Here we go. That wasn't attempt 10 actually. Holy shit, this sucks ass. What? I know I died by. Also, we did superiorly less damage. That will definitely be locking out obsidian armor. Also, this boss is really hard for no hits, I guess. And counter surf's worse. And honestly, I think Ball Feeder may be better here. It like lashes on, it's like way, it's like it stays on him. It's like Piranha Gun, except if it was way better. And also, yeah, they just stay on him. So I think we need something that stays with the boss. So we're gonna get back Ball Feeder, if I can find it. Okay. Ball Feeder just does tremendously better. In fact, I'm gonna take this risk and say Cinder Blossom stack. There. 1, 2, and let's head down. There we go. Intro the fight. If they can even attach in the first place. Hey guys, I need you to really just attach to the boss. This is a terrible start. Hey, can you guys get on? Thank you. Holy shit, how long did that take? No. Okay, this is where Predictive is gonna come in. Yeah. Yikes. I don't really have the movement for this, honestly, so we're gonna try something different, a little different. This is usually ass, I know. But right now it's just better because it's really fast. So. It's just significant. Fuck me too, I guess. I'm running out of sanity with this, honestly. Oh my god. We're now flight time so quickly with this, though. God damn it, dude. I'm running out of ideas. And I don't think this is better. Okay, so I do actually... Okay, we're gonna give this one last attempt, but we're gonna try... Actually, 5 more attempts. But we're gonna try a different shenanigan. This is a really good whip if you know what you're doing, I think. I don't know. It does silly effects, so presumably this is better. Can you guys attach to your enemy, please? I can't really do damage until they decide to attach. Not happening. Happening apparently. This may just be one of the bosses I don't know hit, honestly. I'm running out of it. I am just running out of sanity with this. But we're gonna try anyways. Hey, he's holding still. Please target. Holy shit, dude. In fact, take this first. Okay, they're actually targeting. Thank you. Or not. Fantastic. Fuck you. Max movement speed. I don't care. We're gonna max my movement. So we're gonna need Meteor. And probably kill Eater Worlds to get the other item. I'm not gonna focus on shield, in fact. Alright, this should be a lot more range. In fact, it may be a little more risky to do that, but whatever. We have instant turnaround tractions, might as well. Oh my god, I ran into a ball. Okay. I'll just instantly turn around, so might as well take it. Hey, valve feeders, can you do your job? Thank you. We're firing for Darkenheart. Whatever. Turn off no hits to this, because we're well beyond past the boss. I mean, we're literally almost down 3 hard run. First, though, I think we need to buy the item from me. But yeah, we're gonna get Darkenheart. It'll be needed. In fact. Yeah. I'm done. Also, lights on my swing damage. Let's just show this mod. I'm dead, aren't I? Whatever. Oh, also. Now that I think about it, I think we're gonna die because of that debuff. No, we're not MS. Alright, that should be Darkenheart. Yep, there it is. Okay, turn on our no-hits. Get this out. Okay. That's the wrong config. And then get Darkenheart. That's the wrong config again. Okay. Right. I will probably get rid of one summon for this. In fact, no. Get rid of this. We're just gonna do it. I wanted the tiny eaters that we had to attach, but whatever. Yes, I get it. We can actually turn that off if we want to. fact, you know what? Would have been a good idea. It's just stopping our technique. Like what we do with MelonThaLord. No. Don't do that. Even if you mean it friendly, I cannot. YouTube doesn't like that. But yeah. Hello. Welcome to stream. But yeah, we're not allowed to say stuff like that. I prefer to keep it family friendly. So, mostly. I do a lot of cursing. But not that type. Okay. You know what? Fuck this boss. We're not doing this. Deviant. Deviant I'm much more stable with because he's not bullshit. So. And stream's lagging. I think it's a good time to end stream actually. I need a break anyways. I'm going insane. I think I'll see you guys later. Have a good night. And peace. See ya. Okay, I know what's going on with you, YouTube.